basically what you did for the regular discussion assignment, not the extra credit mini assignment, but just the regular at the beginning of this unit discussion assignment, besides the quiz, obviously, is what this project is. The project is basically an extended version of that discussion assignment. And so you are welcome to use the same manual or set of instructions or material that you used for the discussion assignment, or you're welcome to find something different. Totally up to you. I'm pretty flexible. If you are not sure if what you originally used works, or if you're not sure if something new that you find will work, just shoot me an email as always. But basically, I want you to find an online document. Again, set of instructions. It can be something related to your specific field, your potential field or career, something related to school. It can be a parent's guide to disciplining your child. It does not matter to me, the topic. And you will, again, with the discussion assignment, basically reword it, tweak it, make it, quote, sound better. So my suggestion, and this is where, a little bit of research might come into play, is to find something that you think is difficult to understand, or that you think would be difficult for other parents to understand, or other people in your field to understand, even at an advanced level. The audience is totally up to you. Semi-technical, it can be lay people, it can be very technical document, or, again, set of instructions, manual, whatnot, book, article. But something that you think could use some improvement in the language and or in the design. Could use headings, subheadings, basic formatting, such as bold, italics. And again, language, think about what we've covered, and I know it's, kind of been a while, but what we've covered in the Chapter 2 quiz: parallel structure, redundancy, word choice, issues like that. And you will basically just, again, tweak it, rewrite it, improve upon it, I should say. The caveat is that your redesigned, retooled document, in other words, your project, should be about 5 pages long. And that's single-spaced. And so this is where, like I said, you might find, and I'm going to sound like a broken record here, I know it because I'm already doing it. But this is where, again, you might want to find something longer, broader than what you use for the discussion assignment. Because basically, if you're going to write or rewrite 5 pages of something, you at least need 5 pages worth of something to rewrite. In other words, what your original document source that you choose should be at least probably 5 pages long. You want it, like I said, just to be professional and as perfect as you can get it. Let's see. I have on here on the project instructions, basic essay format, meaning I want 1-inch margins on all 4 sides. Depending on your version of Word, the margins may automatically be set to 1 inch on all 4 sides. If you have a little older version, you will need to manually change I'm almost positive it's the left and right margins to 1 inch. They are probably by default set at 1 1/4 inches. So keep that in mind, because that makes a difference in the page length. And I'm very picky about page length. So you need 5 full pages, not 1 sentence at the top of the 5th page, but 5 full pages. And you will, as you have with your other assignments, upload it in the assignment section in Canvas. What will happen next is Canvas will assign you automatically 3 of your classmates' projects for peer review. And in the Chapter 2 module, I believe, and I don't want to switch screens because it'll take a minute to reload the PDF, but I believe it's the last link in Module 2 are the actual peer review questions that you will answer for each of your classmates' projects. So again, you will be assigned by Canvas. They should pop up on the main page of our course or somewhere on in your to-do list and or in your email. And I will also send out a link with instructions about how to view your classmates' projects that you are assigned, so to speak, by Canvas. It's totally random. But for each one of those projects, you will answer the exact same questions. Again, that document is uploaded, I believe, as the last link in the Chapter 2 module. So basically how I go in and can make comments on your assignments, you will do the same thing, except you will just answer those questions. You do not need to retype the questions. You do not need to attach anything. Just go in and literally type the number 1 and type your answer out. And you will know whose project you are reviewing because their name will be attached to it. You will not know who reviewed your project. And I purposely set that to be semi-anonymous. So there are no hurt feelings. So we don't have people on discussion boards. Not that any of you would, but this has happened in the past. You know, why did you give me a bad review on my project? Or, you know, I don't like you because you gave me a bad review, that type of stuff, you know, just very immature comments and basically hard feelings. So in other words, I want you to be very honest. If you think the rewritten instructions need major work, major revisions themselves or itself, the project, say that, be honest. Always, of course, be polite. Again, I have had in the past students, you know, who will write, your essay sucks or your project sucks. I'm thinking of my English 1301 courses for essay. Again, obviously, keep it professional. You know, think of it as constructive feedback. You know, that something that, you know, telling someone that this is bad or horrible does not tell them how to improve on it. So as always, be polite, be honest, and be constructive. And that's what I'm looking for. And if you do not complete all 3 of your assigned peer reviews, points will be deducted from the round number 2 grade, which is what I'm about to get to. So just to be clear, round number 1 is what you originally submit, your just finished overall project. You will then complete the peer reviews and you will receive feedback from 3 different of your classmates about your project. For round number 2, you will then go and I'm scrolling down here, I can't talk and scroll at the same time. So for round number 2, you will go based on the peer review and based on my feedback, make any revisions, corrections, any, you know, modifications, tweaking your project to make it the absolute best, even better than it already was. Round 1 and round 2 are 2 separate grades. So keep that in mind. You cannot redo round 1. It's a complete on its own grade. Round 2 is a complete separate on its own grade. Round 2 counts as more points, or is worth more points, because you will have had ideally 4 reviews, mine and then your 3 classmates' reviews. And for round number 2 only, you will use Microsoft Word's track changes and or comments features, or insert comments features. And I know, Debbie, this is probably a little hard to visualize. And for the rest of you, I know this is a lot of information. I will send out these links and the instructions in either a class email or a class announcement, which is basically the same thing as an email, because it should go to your Cougar mail. But I want to see all of the changes that you make to your document based on my comments and on your classmates' comments, like visually on the screen in the document. You will then re-upload the file under round number 2 in the assignments section. And I'm going to be very, very picky about this, just because I don't have time to be sending out a bunch of emails waiting on you to send me the correct file. If your round number 2 file does not include the marked changes using Microsoft Word's features that I just listed, you'll receive a 0 and no chance to redo it. No, I'm not going to ask any questions. I'm not going to send you an email. I will make a comment, that this is why you're receiving a 0 or, no credit for it. Because that's a requirement. And it's, like turning in a Scantron for a test that hasn't been completed or filled out at all. So just please review the instructions and the email/announcement that I send out with the links, because this is very important. And let's see. Let me go ahead and show you in the modules. And again, I know, like I said, for Debbie joining us on the phone, obviously you can't see this immediately, but I'm just under, or about to be, in the chapter 2 module. So it's just being a little slow here. There we go. It's pulling up for me. And just let me let it catch up for a second. I don't know why my internet decided to slow down. But real quick before I forget, I did want to mention that you can also receive extra credit if you want to send either round 1 and not either, but round 1 and or round 2 to the Writing Center. It's online, or in, make sure I have the link available. Yes, or in the but in the left menu bar is NetTutor. And I think NetTutor is actually better than our college Writing Center. And that's not because of the competency of calling college tutors. It's just because they get so overwhelmed and overloaded. Whereas NetTutor is a professional service, free to you all, but that the college pays for. And so they have more people on staff. And you can send them your project, send them or copy and paste the assignment instructions, and they'll send you feedback and corrections, revisions to make, etc. And our online Writing Center at the college will do the same thing. Or you can visit on site if you live, close enough to one of the campuses. It can be any of the 3 campuses, the McKinney, Frisco, or Plano campus. I don't care which. But you can receive 10 extra credit points per Writing Center quote visit or online submission, up to 2 times, so up to 20 points. You just can't, accumulate 500 points of extra credit. But did want to mention that, and that information again is available in module 2. And just for those of you who can see the screen, there's the peer review questions for project 1, and they are specific to this project. So each of the 3 projects will have a different set of questions that you will answer for your classmates' projects. Here are links to the instructions for using Microsoft Word, for how do you know when you have a paper that's been assigned to you for peer review, how do you submit your peer review, how do you view the feedback on your project, so forth. And that is project one.